Okay.
Are you ready? Okay.
Hey, Vigra.
Hi, Carvey.
Hey. I'm gonna have to edit
Okay.
this.
And now I'm gonna do like a sync clap.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, period.
Yes. Perfect.
You ate that.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That was a wonderful clap.
Cheers.
Fantabulous.
That's right now. Hello, Carvey.
Hello, Vigra.
Who are you and what do you do?
I am Carvey Reyes, and I'm the lead singer of Cedalia.
I'm Sebastian, and I play bass.
I'm Paul. I play the drums.
I'm Ben, and I play rhythm guitar for Cedalia.
I'm Killian, and I also play rhythm guitar for Cedalia.
Cedalia, you're a rock band. I want to ask, first of all, there's 6 of you.
Yes.
How did the band all meet and get together and start making music?
So there's this company called Rock Jam, and I did summer camps with Sebastian.
We all did this little music camp thing called Rock Jam. And then there was a summer camp. We all did summer camp together.
Just to add context for people who don't know, Rock Jam is just it's a camp that's kind of all over Dublin. I think they have like some stuff in Meath as well. But the idea is it just helps kids as young as 6 or 7 years old, and as old as 17, 18. Just kind of get started with music, pick up their first instrument, learn how to play in a group. They do great band sessions.
And everyone else did these weekly camps, and they form a band and perform every 3 months, I'd say. I didn't do that.
And then after the summer camp, we were like, guys, what if we did this for real?
Just during one of the practices, we said, do you want to do this outside of Rock Jam? And the singer wasn't there. And then we got Carvey a week later.
Okay.
You picked her up.
Mm-hmm.
You found her
Yeah.
on the street.
And then we did it for real. And then Carvey wasn't there, and then Carvey was there because they're...
We're friends.
Their band had a singer. They didn't want her as a singer. So Seb was like, I have a friend, Carvey, who sings. Okay, I've sung twice before that. And I did my interview, which was a Mario Kart game. And I got in. And that's how I'm here today. I got basically nepotism from my best friend.
Nice.
You know what? You should ask Killian. We'll be able to speak about this better. We'll still talk about it. But you probably won't use our stuff, even if we answered honestly. You probably wouldn't use it.
Okay.
Hey, excuse me.
Answer the question.
He has a camera. He could edit this. This guy.
It's alright. Call the phone and there's no answer, just the static in my ear. Turn the key, they see you are really high.
The sound of Cedalia, I want to talk about first of all.
Yes.
It's very interesting, especially in the scene that it is right now. It's kind of, I think I talked to you personally about this earlier.
Yes.
It often sounds like sort of a collage of the history of rock. You have the kind of indie chord choices. You have John doing the tapping stuff, the hard rock.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's great. Hard rock riffs and then the kind of math rocky drums. It feels very. It's like a dedication to the whole genre.
Yes,
the idea.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's lovely. I want to ask about inspirations, specifically musically, and then we'll talk about lyrics in a second. But musically, what kind of bands, artists influenced the creation process?
I think a lot of us, me and Killian, I personally love the Strokes. I think Strokes has a very big factor of what our music is kind of based on.
Yeah.
And we have John listens to a lot of Iron Maiden, so taking bits of all the genres.
Well, I'm very flattered with how you phrase it. I'd almost call it more of just a melting pot of the middle ground of all of our ideas. I think a lot of it just has to do with literally just meeting each other in the middle, as in I if John comes to me and says, I want to write a prog rock song, and I say, I don't. And then we compromise.
Okay.
And that's how music is
kind
made.
of prog rock and kind of not prog
Yeah.
rock song.
So I would be kind of into like a very, like, I'd love to do like my post-punk elements, like psychedelic elements, very kind of like guitar centric. But yeah, and like I like to experiment with time signatures, different keys and everything. That's kind of where I would come from. Bands like Grizzly Bear, Spirit of the Beehive, and then always like tributing back to like the Strokes and Car Seat Headrest and like kind of like foundational bands.
Yeah.
That would be like my angle kind of from it.
Oh, again, the other guys will talk more about this, but like a lot of the indie stuff like the Strokes, I'm blanking. There's other bands that we all like.
What about
Help me.
What about a band specifically you take inspiration from?
Okay, for me, in my parts, drum writing parts, I like to be busy. I like to get stuff dense, and I mean, most of my vocabulary is just like rock drumming stuff, because like I grew up listening to like emo, like kind of like pop punk kind of stuff. So it's all deep beats. It's all like big snare fills and stuff. So yeah, like I've pulled a lot from like a lot of it's very simple, and then I like every once in a while I'll be like, what if I had more notes in my little thing? I take inspiration a lot from a band called A Picture of Her. They're like this Japanese math rock band, and the drummer like very tastefully makes things very busy, and I'm like, you got something good going on. I like you. So I've taken a lot of inspiration in my parts.
I was like half dreading this question because I'm always like changing what I listen to, but I like my how do I say, like my influences are similar to Killian's. Like I like to experiment with time signatures and stuff. I also listen to like some thrash metal. Like one of my favorite albums is Megadeth's Rust in Peace. I also listen to like a lot of indie stuff and like softer stuff. Like I love Big Thief and like art rock, like Black Country New Road. I've discovered recently they're really, really good. But yeah, my music taste is kind of all over the place. So yeah, I do just like meet in the middle and see the sort of style that we're playing and try to fit into that, I guess.
Right.
Okay. Well, it's kind of similar. Like, because there's a lot going on. Like, we're quite a big band, so I don't want to, like, you don't want to be overplaying. So like I kind of find my ways to be like not just playing like root notes the whole time, you know. Like I'm trying to think, who do I take inspiration from? More recently anyway, because I've started becoming I'm getting into jazz, so I think about that when I write my parts. I try to make it a little bit like, ooh. Yeah, I'm blanking, but that would be my answer.
Yeah, another influence to throw in the pot. Jazz based. Okay. Now specifically lyrics I want to ask about.
Lyrics.
Influences. And it doesn't have to be also music, it could be literature.
Of course,
poetry.
yeah. I'm embarrassed to say I don't read half as much as I should. So I wouldn't say that it would be one of my main points of reference. I think it's generally just much more based in what's going on. I don't want to give the impression that we write politically, because I'm not a politically informed person. It's much more just kind of like observational writing, I guess.
Sometimes I listen to songs and I'm like, that sounds really nice, so I'll take like maybe a word off that and base it off that, or sometimes I'll take a melody and like try and kind of like twist it into my own. I like Biba Doobie.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yeah,
you guys
yeah,
out there, Biba Doobie.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
has great lyrics. Or Strokes again. Julian Casablancas, great writer. His lyrics are, I think, one of the best in the music industry. And yeah, I kind of just get, or like if someone's like singing a song, I take it from different bands that are like playing shows, and I'm like, I'll note that down. That's a good like lyric, and I'll kind of twist it into my own.
Yeah. That's the creative process. It's the great artist steal
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I get you.
I try to root a lot of it of what's going on kind of around me, like in Dublin and Ireland, but like it can also expand beyond that sometimes. A lot of the projects and little pieces we're working on right now, I'm trying to kind of tie around the idea of escapism, just different forms of that and kind of exploring it, maybe for like an entire album perhaps, just like different ways that people find escapism in like their hobbies, their interests, addictions, anything.
It's principally you as the songwriter in
Mostly
lyrics-wise?
me and Killian.
Right.
We're like conjoined.
Do you write together, like in the same room, or is it?
We write, so Killian sometimes give me a song and be like, Harvey, I wrote this, can you sing it? And I'll be like, okay. And then sometimes there'll be like a verse a little missing, so I'll have to add in my own parts. But sometimes I write those like my own songs and then be like, take that, like Evil Notes.
Sure.
And tell you anyway, those were written by me.
Entirely. Okay, I see.
It's usually quite a quick process to begin with, and then like I'll find something I attach to, and then it's just a lot of overdubbing, rewriting. Like how I see it, a song's never really finished. We've had lots of songs where they can change over months, over years. Some of them are still incomplete because we still want to keep going back and writing them. And that's kind of like how I like to work. I don't like to see songs as like finished processes. I like to grow with them, if it's necessary, and if I kind of find new ways to interpret what's going on, I like to kind of adapt that into the lyrics as well. Where I can.
Do you want to do that again? Because I think the levels are kind of really high.
Yeah,
Moving away from kind of practice and recording and stuff, I want to ask, Cedalia gigs a lot. Like
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah.
Do you find the stage to be like a more comfortable environment than practicing and recording? Like, is the band a vehicle for the performance, or are the performances a vehicle for the recordings? If that makes sense.
I kind of get what you mean. Like, I mean, okay, my personal feelings on this is I'm indifferent. Like, I think what practice does is it kind of like what a gig does is it kind of gives you like a common goal to work towards. Like, we're all like, we have to get this done, and like it brings everyone together. Like, we're working towards a common goal. We're all motivated. So in that kind of way, like, yeah, gigs are kind of they're what keep the band going. Like, it's a milestone to be like, we have to have this amount of stuff done so that we can not look like stupid on stage. But I mean, at least for me, I love practicing. Even when there's not a gig, I'm like writing songs, like even without a defined goal. I'm just like, yeah, for me, like I'm still comfortable just like jamming songs without really any sort of like defined end.
I think most of the stuff we do is with the intention of being performed. Like, we're always kind of thinking around the gigs, and a lot of time we're practicing for the gigs. Like, we do have songwriting sessions as well. For example, like, we're in, I guess, how would you describe it? We're in withdrawal from gigging right now. Because
Yeah.
it's a bit of a slow season. But even still, like I think whenever we're writing songs, we're always thinking about like how will we be able to perform this on stage. And I think when we're up there, like I remember the first time I was terrified, and then like 2 minutes in, it was just kind of clicked. And I was like, okay, I know how to do this now. And I still get a bit of a rush of that every time I go on stage, but it does come very naturally. I think the practices have just improved how we work together and connect musically so well to where we can get on stage and it just kind of like feels right.
Yeah, I feel like the shows are kind of a bonus in a way, because it's it's really enjoyable working with everyone and just getting to write and like put our ideas together, and it's kind of like a little reward like when we get a show and we get to finally show it all off. So it's like
When you get a show, it's as if you aren't doing them every other day. Okay, bro.
but yeah, it's just nice, like it's really nice being able to share our music with everyone and like get it out there. So
Yeah, that's true. So I guess like the music exists without the shows. The shows are like are just something to be like to work towards, to have the music done in a certain amount of time.
Sure.
Yes.
The playing of it, regardless of the space it's in, is the real core of it. Okay.
We do tend to write with like the idea of being on stage, but I think that's just because we're not doing a lot of like overdubbing, and we're not like writing in like a studio setting. So it's kind of just we're using whatever instruments that we're playing during practice, and like on stage we rehearse a lot, so it kind of just clicks. And I would say I've definitely gotten a lot more comfortable being on stage and like just trying to remember all my parts.
That makes sense.
I think it's like Cedalia is the vehicle. Like, I love being on stage. Sometimes in practice I'm like, oh, I'm kind of nervous, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, because like we'll have to learn a song, I don't know it yet, and it's like that's entirely on me. And then but once we get on stage, we all get the nerves, I think. But once we are like on stage, we kind of like it clicks and we're like, oh, I love being on stage. It's like amazing to be on stage.
Sure, that's very interesting. It's like flipped.
Yeah.
The nerves come in when you're not on stage. They disappear when you are. All right,
Exactly.
what? My alarm used to be like BTS or some shit.
You should put in words like BTS, like people like talking.
I need to get as much footage as I can.
This video's gonna be called paparazzi. No paparazzi. The video's gonna be called The Dark Truth about Cedalia. I had a BTS alarm.
It's not very common. Since you're both guitarists, I'll ask you this question. It's not very common to see a teen band where you are right now with 3 guitarists, and I'm sure you get told that a lot. Obviously there are examples sort of in the landscape. There's Seb is a Radiohead fan. Radiohead are obviously the main one that comes to mind. How do you balance all that noise? You know, do each of you have defined roles? Do you switch whatever? Like how does that pan out?
Yeah, we sort of do. Like John usually plays sort of high up lead stuff. Killian and I will play chords most of the time. Sometimes like John and I will harmonize with like lead lines and stuff, but it's not like necessarily defined. Like for each song we're always like listening to each other and seeing how we can fit in without it sounding muddy or over complicated, I guess.
I feel like we balance it quite well because we have John. He normally takes more of the lead parts, and he kind of gets that part of it. And then Killian and Ben kind of switch between like rhythm parts. I know sometimes Killian's doing some melodic parts in between and stuff. But yeah, it does take some work to balance it out because it can be a lot sometimes. But I think we get like quite a loud sound.
Yeah, and how it adds to that is since all 3 of us can be writing different riffs and songs, it can also kind of center around like just who's there at the time, like who was there when the practice started and who jumped on it quickly. So, you know, if you show up a couple of weeks late, you might get stuck with a very uninteresting guitar part. That's the nature of it.
First come, first
yeah,
serve.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I remember when I was coming first and kind of tagging along to everything, and I was trying to find my way onto songs that was finding it difficult. But then as time progressed and we started writing more collectively, I was having a lot more fun. I was kind of able to express myself more in the parts I was writing.
Right.
But yeah, it's definitely changed over time, I would say.
Sure.
How they layer, it's not my job, but I interact a lot with them because I help a lot with like the arranging and stuff. It's a lot of like trying to tell people that's cool, but not yet. That's too much. Like, without being mean. Like, it's
reining
like,
them in, kind of.
Yeah, it's like, because... Yeah, because, I mean, obviously there's so many guitarists and they all want to do their cool parts. So I think, especially now, we've kind of worked it out, but for a while it was a lot like, guys, you're the chord dude for this song, like, cool it. But yeah, like, it's... Like, because oftentimes we write songs based off the guitar riff, so, like, Ben will come in with his rhythm part, and then Killian can slot in on top of that, and then John can slot in on top of that. So, or like Killian will come in with the guitar riff, and then Ben will slot in on top of that. So, and also it's a lot of double tracking. A lot of times they're just kind of doing the same stuff.
Sure.
Don't tell anyone I said that. They're just playing chords, man. They're not. There's nothing special.
You know the harmonica like straps. You should just.
One, a two, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tumbling down the path I've laid, I pick another fight outside my way. 'Cause I feel too mature to act my aim, too fractured to show another face. Caught up in shit, I gave the half five and then wise and made. There's a counterweight, that's the stage. Another shot, another mistake. Show me.
I want to ask a question specifically about the rhythm section now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's you. about your interactions between each other. Do you write your parts together, or do you write them separately? You know, your job, I remember we talked about this as well. The way you described it was like the rhythm section, and especially the drums, I think you said, but that's because you're a drummer, kind of cradle the rest of the noise in it. It's your job to keep it together in some way, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, how do you go about fulfilling that role? And do you do it sort of in tandem with each other? Do you write your parts separately and then show them to each other and they happen to work out? Yeah, what's the deal there?
For me, I feel like I'll follow Paul a lot. Like, I'll figure out like what he's doing. I'll be like, okay, what can I do to kind of work around this and not just be like a whole completely separate thing. Like, it's kind of like a back and forth. I feel like we're very locked in most of the time. Like, we're very like on the same track. Yeah.
Seb has written some parts for our songs, and I think Paul will base it off that, and they'll both work together and be like, I like this, I don't like that. So they do work like hand in hand, but like they will help each other out. So like if Paul writes something, Paul will like be like show Seb something cool, and Seb will be like, yeah, that's cool, and then they'll like both work it out together. So like they do like hand in hand.
Yeah, I think we kind of write everything together. Like we learn by doing, sort of like we play a song. Can I swear?
Absolutely.
We fuck it up eventually. Like, we get it really wrong. But then the next time we play, we're a little bit closer to what, like, everyone... It's like we start out, everything's, like, all over the place, and then we slowly, like, as we... It's like, you know, when they're on the pottery wheel, and they sort of, like, they slowly push it into its shape. That's what we do. Like, every time we play the song, like, the pottery wheel spins, we push it into, like, the defined shape.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of just, like, playing the song and improvising and then being like, oh, that's the good part, I'll keep that forever.
Trapdoor shadow my brother. Show me. I went wrong. 16 trapdoors. I've been wrong.
on your debut single, Evil Notes.
Okay.
I'm a big fan of this one.
Okay.
The lyrics are all kind of a funny, kind of ironic, meta commentary on the music industry, right?
Yes, it is.
You know, there's the kind of iconic chorus, the metal scream line.
Yes.
The crowd loves that. It's sort of
Thank you.
like a nice little rallying cry in
Yes,
the scene
it
right
is.
now. Even from the start, Cedalia has sort of been playing around with conceptual stuff. You know, it's a very postmodern concept to have
Yes.
music be about music as an idea. And the first single you have is playing with that. So I want to ask, does Cedalia have ambitions to be even more conceptual in the future? Is there a concept album coming? Are you just, do you want to add narrative elements to the music?
Yes, I do. I so would I'd love the idea of a concept album. Like, even though it's that has a story to it. I think all of our songs have a story to it. So could be a concept album. I would personally love it. The music videos would go really nice.
Sometimes I'd almost wish we were able to put more time into kind of developing the story and the narrative of our songs, especially as a collective in the albums. I think we're leaning a bit more into that with the coming works. But even still, I wouldn't say that it would be a high priority. Often the lyrics are kind of more just a means to an end. But then, as I was saying, I think it's the adaptability. Nothing ever feels set in stone. We can always keep evolving on stuff.
Yeah.
And so over time, songs that I've written, and I'd say the same for Carvey, have kind of found their footing stronger as the story kind of develops with you. It's an interesting experience. I haven't really had it with any of my other musical projects, where I think because you're performing it so often and we haven't put a lot of it to studio yet, it doesn't feel like we're stuck on one interpretation of a song.
Yeah.
I think especially we closed a lot of our gigs with a song called Affirmations, which I would written. It's a bit of a punk song, and it would have started out how I was writing it, very kind of my original interpretation of it was something that was said to me before, just about kind of holding moral integrity over any sort of outwardly possessions, and no matter how beaten up you are on the outside, you should never expect to be spiritually less valued than anyone else. And that's kind of where I went with the beginning.
Yeah.
But over time, I feel like I've just been trying to incorporate so many more messages, and everything that I've been told through my life, it kind of feels more just like a synopsis of, it's kind of an ironic name, Affirmations, originally, because it's such a harsh song for such a light name. But I think it kind of works in a way where it's just a lot of things that I have been taught and that I tell myself.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what that song carries for me now. I don't think we ever are planning on doing a full concept album. I don't think we want to fully delve into that.
Sure.
But it's fun to kind of play with these ideas now and again. And
Play
then we
around
have
with it.
fun songs. We have songs where it's very light, and it's more just about the delivery.
Yeah.
Don't fall through on me again. Don't fall through on me again. Don't fall through on me again. Falling down the path I've laid.
That was really good. Holy fuck, that's fucking sweet. I that's a really good one. Okay. We've been mostly talking about the good stuff. I want to ask, what's the biggest challenge right now for Cedalia? Like, the difficulty of getting 6 people in a room together at once, the difficulty of getting 6 people in a room together at once to agree with each other on how a song should go.
Yeah.
What are the hurdles you're facing right now?
The biggest hurdle right now is that 4 out of 6 of our members are doing the leaving cert.
Most of us are going to 6th year now, so we have like a lot of stuff going on. Some people are have very ambitious goals, and they need to dedicate a lot of time to achieving those goals. But it just means that they have less time for the band. So it's kind of like, right now we're kind of in a unsure stage, I think. We need to kind of get more through the year to figure out.
We're all doing the leaving cert while John and Ben are in 5th year, which is, it's a big year for them.
Yeah.
But I think it's the biggest hurdle just because we all have to study and stuff.
Lack of time.
Yes, exactly, lack of time.
Getting the album done. We're making an album. And it's almost done. It's not done.
And why is it not done?
Because we haven't recorded the bits that aren't done yet.
Sometimes people can't make it, and we'll have like 3 members, but we do still practice with 3 members, but it is hard to practice with 3 members only.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest hurdle, time and study.
Exactly. And it's proof that the leaving cert is an unethical and horrible
I hate
thing
it.
to subject Irish children
Take it
to.
down, take it
Shoot.
down.
Sometimes the drummer is busy in a way. And sometimes the rest of the band does a recording session, and then sometimes they sort of like dot about, they play Cards Against Humanity and they like watch a movie or whatever.
No. that is not true. We record actually perfectly fine. There's just like there's a lot of vocals we need to do, and that takes a lot of time. It takes we have to like get up the proper setup for it. It's a lot more complicated than the rest of the instruments, so it's just like that's what's slowing us down a tiny bit.
Mm-hmm.
It takes me like 20 minutes to do that. I do one take and then I go over and on the one take I do over all the stuff I got wrong and I'm done. But singing's actually like a difficult job, so.
What? No. What are you talking about? Carrie's not here, so she can't get mad at me. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the chorus is like.
Give me a second.
Sorry.
I get bashful.
Bring back bashful. Okay, so now after that, I want to ask maybe the hardest question of the interview.
Okay.
Now we're going to do the hardest question of the interview. Okay, are you ready?
But I hope I'm sitting down.
Yeah. What's your favorite color?
Ooh. Wait, that's actually a good one. Wait, that's actually.
No, it's not. What do you mean? No. What's your favorite color?
You be first.
I like the color green.
Which green though? Come on. The fans want to know which
Specify.
green.
Neon green, and that's not a joke. I mean like the brightest, most obnoxious green color you can think of. Okay then. Because it reminds me of my favorite thing in the whole world, which are little aliens. I love them. So that's it. It's true. It's not a joke.
Check.
Yeah.
Okay, this is gonna sound so like edgy and like dark of me. I think my favorite color is black.
Oh my god.
Or red.
Okay, bro. Calm
No.
down. Try hard.
I don't want to try hard. But the idea is like most of my clothes I have are black, but I have black shoes right now.
Okay.
All my color is gone.
I like green, but I like a more mature green. I like a forest green.
Mm.
It's more subtle.
Softer green.
So yeah.
No, not an assault on the eyes.
No.
Like neon
This green has standards. This green has
class.
Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Lovely. All right.
We get along here.
Now I will say, breaking the fourth wall a little bit here. We're on low battery. My camera heats up very quickly, so I'm gonna ask these last 3 questions really
Okay,
quickly.
rapid fire.
Rapid fire. What's your favorite color?
Purple.
You.
I agree.
What?
I agree.
Okay,
Green.
nice. Okay, now we're gonna do a little scenario here, some improv. Imagine
Improv.
we're gonna do some improv, some comedy. Some
Okay,
improv comedy.
okay, we're gonna-
Imagine I'm a random guy. I've never heard of Cedalia.
Okay.
Okay, you have to sell me on your band in 5 words. What are those 5 words? Hey, hello, I'm a random guy. It's me. Hello.
Ooh, this is hard. Wait.
Woo, this is hard. Wait. Okay, there we are. Nice. I'm a random guy.
Okay.
I'm a random guy. I don't know what Cedalia is.
Okay.
I come up to you. You guys have to sell me on Cedalia in 5 words. And you can do 5 words each, or you can do like an alternating thing. Yeah. Okay. Hey, I'm a random guy. Hi.
Wait.
Hello.
Hi. We only have fuck.
Start again. Hi, I'm a random guy.
We
Are
BIG
and
massive.
yeah.
That's 6 words, right?
That was 5
Is
words.
that
We are big
and
massive.
massive.
We are big.
I'm a random guy. Pretend I'm a random guy. Sell me on Cedalia in 5 words. Hello, I'm a random guy.
Prunk.
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 Okay. I want to ask, what's next for Cedalia? More singles? You mentioned again, concept album. Oh, dog on camera. There we are. That's content.
That's content.
That's content. I know you're all busy with school, so is gigging on a halt? Like, what's the future
I
looking
think we'll at least have. We won't like completely stop. We'll like have maybe a few gigs here and then, maybe 2. But I really hope that after the Leaving Cert and Ben and John's Leaving Cert, hopefully we can start playing more music and playing more venues, because we'll be over 18. So like Whelan's, that's a big one. Or I know a couple of bands have played EP, like side stage, and obviously I'd love to play EP side stage, even EP main. That'd be great. But maybe more bigger gigs, and our crowd like will be opening more, because most of our fans will turn 18. We'll be turning 18, so over 18 gigs would be crazy.
Yeah.
And obviously maybe releasing an album, maybe 1 or 2
Ooh.
for the future.
I'll
Not now.
censor that if you want me to as well.
Gigs are probably going to slow down. We might have another one. We'll see. You'll see.
You folks watching at home will see.
Hi. But yeah, the main thing is recording. We're gonna get the album done. We're gonna do it.
Yeah.
I believe in us.
Mhm.
We're gonna do it, and then after we get the album done, we're gonna immediately start the next album. Or EP or whatever it
Sweet,
happens to be.
sweet.
But basically
Projects, yeah.
there'll be music, and then after that music there'll be more music in a while.
Hype. What's next for Cedalia? Are you you're holding on gigs? Are you planning on recording soon, or recording more stuff? Are you?
It's a very
what's the
slow
deal?
process. We want to get the album done soon.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe Christmas.
Ooh, fingers. Nice prezi. Okay.
There's been hi.
You get spoiled for the questions.
Oh.
We're just done actually. So
Do you not have a big final question for us?
no, that's it.
Make a final question for us right now. I feel disappointed.
What's your favorite color? Fuck. Shit. That's. Thank you very much, Carvey.
Thank you, Fika.
It's actually only 13 minutes. See, I
That
told you 10 to
only-
15 minutes. Okay, perfect. Now say bye.
Bye guys. I love you.
Bye.
Thank you, Fikra.
Thank you very much.
No.
Say
Thank you.
No. Hey.
No,
Thank
hey.
you. Say goodbye to the camera now.
Goodbye, camera.
Thank you so much for being here, Killian and Ben. Say bye to the camera now.
Thank you so much for having us.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Fuck. Okay.
Hello everyone! I know it's early, but before we start, let me introduce the band. I want to hear cheers, okay? On drums we have Paul! On bass we have Sebastian! On rhythm guitar we have Ben! On lead guitar we have John! On vocals and guitar we have Killian! And I'm carving this evil mountain sing along with you!
It's 8, 7, 6, 2. That's 6, 5, 4. 8, yeah, that's 8. 8, 7, 6.
steps.
8,
7.
7, 6, 2. Sorry.
You just did 8,
Wait.
6. It's they're all
They're
just
each other.
they're taking steps.
We're teaching
8,
how to
7,
count.
6.